the game Last War now, I think, for a month, maybe a little over a month. But this girl who makes these videos has a strategy guide. And she talks about Murphy. I actually think she's wrong on this because I do have experience now. And I don't see how... Well, first thing, let me say, she says a pro tip at the end of this, and we're going to listen to it. She says her pro tip... Well, let me just let you listen to her first. How about that? We'll let you listen to her first.
Very hero to have in Last War survival game. His skills focus on protecting the front row units and reducing their damage taken. Plus, his first skill can deal decent damage as well. But what sets Murphy apart is his third skill, which reduces all damage taken by front row units in battle. A skill that for most heroes is only limited to themselves. And here's a pro tip. Do not make the mistake of placing him in the front row as I did. Normally, in most games of this genre, tank heroes are always in front of their team to shield them. But because Murphy's skills are all about protecting the front row units, he needs to be in the back row. With all that said, Murphy...
Okay, so that was in, basically. I think she's wrong on that. To me, that's not a pro tip. That's a loser tip. Because this is why. Murphy's third skill, which is that green shield looking thing that you see in the picture, if I remember right, it activates every 8 seconds, I believe, 7 or 8 seconds in the game, and then lasts for 7 or 8 seconds duration, okay? But when Murphy's in the front row every 8 seconds, and that shield, what it is, a shield pops up on him, like a laser shield or something, right? When he's on the front row, the guy next to him gets that same shield buff. It doesn't just protect him, it's a shield buff. Now, Murphy, for me, is a level 98. That's how far I've got. The next highest defender on my front line is Violent, the poison shooter. She shoots poison. Going forward in the future, I'll replace her with a stronger defender, but starting out, she probably is your second best option, I think. But I don't think this is, like I said, I don't believe this is a pro tip, because why would you have Murphy in the back row and not on your front line? Tanks are made to always be on the front line. I think that's the part missing here. And I don't know if this is just because she's a girl and she's ditzy or what, but unless you know of a better reason why Murphy wouldn't be in the front row, you know, please let me know, because I don't see it. Like I said, I've been playing this now for a month. I just passed over today over 11 million power, and he's a 98 level. Let me tell you what would happen here. If Murphy wasn't holding down my left flank of my line, I would lose every battle. That's how powerful he is. I'd lose every battle if he was not on my left flank holding it down. Because how this game works is you have 5 heroes. Okay? So your 2 front guys are your wall, and your 3 back guys can be wherever you want them to be. Usually how it's done is you have two defenders, I call them the wall. You have 2 attackers that are on your left flank and your right flank of the back row, and then you usually have some kind of like medic type person or some type of supportive combat person holding down the center. They're not always medical, I guess is what I'm trying to say, right? Matter of fact, there's very few medics in this game, but they do have different qualities. Some of them boost your front row guys' defense, some of them boost offense, some of them do literally have healing properties. But yeah, if I'm wrong, please let me know. But I think this girl's pro tip is a pro tip to get you killed. I think it's ridiculous. If you have Murphy, unless there's some other reason you know that I don't know, please have him on your front line, because what else are you going to put up there? A paper tiger? I mean, seriously, this guy's the best This guy, from what I've seen, is the best defender in the entire game. I've yet to see anyone make a video saying Murphy is a piece of shit. Have him on your front line. Tell me why I'm right or wrong. Because here's the thing. If I take Murphy off the front line, one last thought on this, in my character or in my game or even in your own game, and I have him sitting back there in the back three, now I don't have two strikers on the board. I don't have two strikers on the board. Let me say it one more time. You will not have two strikers on the board if you stick Murphy in the back as a wall, because you wouldn't have a striker, for example, sitting on the front line with bad defense. Most of the guys in here have either good defense or good striking or somewhere in the middle. It's not a very balanced game is my point. There's no one stud guy who kicks ass offensively and defensively. It doesn't exist. Murphy's about as close as that gets. If you have your striker forward on the line, he or she will be shredded right away within the first minute of combat. Murphy can last for a long time, giving you a chance to win. Most of the time he does last. Anyway, if I'm wrong, then tell me, or yeah, if I'm wrong, please let me know. But like I said, I've been playing this now a little over a month now, and I don't see myself being right. I think this is, that's not a pro tip at the end. When she says pro tip, I've been using Murphy wrong for years. No, not really. You've been doing fine. The pro tip is you keep Murphy on the front line, because unless he has something that I'm not taking into consideration, he is your tank. Most of the characters in this game at the moment are tanks. They are your best defenders. That's why they're tanks. And out of all the tanks I have in this game at the moment, now of all the tanks I've actually seen, he is the best of tanks. Not to mention, I now have crafted a legendary armor piece for him on my character, and he's at a level 30. You see, when you push these pictures, you build skills. His skill level's 30 on mine. You can only go to 40 on skills in this game. Alright guys, talk to you later. Tell me why I'm wrong if you disagree. But generally speaking, if I'm wrong, make sure it's because I'm learning something. Because if you're just telling me something I already know, then there's no point in telling me I'm wrong. Murphy's butt belongs on the front line, because the only way I'd be wrong is if I'm not taking it effect that he has some secret move that he does that I'm not aware of. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.